How to deal with the subject of nudity. When and where is it okay to be naked? So we thought the best example of that was to look at the topic of nudism itself, or the nudist movement. And we found Betty Meltzer, who is the director of Elysium, which is a nudist colony above the mountains of Malibu. She's a fascinating character. She was a dancer in movies, I mean all the way back to dance with Sinatra and Bing Crosby and Bob Hope, and she was just a wonderful, articulate spokesperson for this.
And at some point in time, did you join a nudist movement, or an organization, or a club?
I've always followed my love of the arts, whether it's great music, great experience. It's always been through that perspective. And a girlfriend with whom I had danced in ballet and film invited me to spend the day at Elysium. And she told me it was clothing optional. I thought that meant casual dress, and I threw on a pair of shorts and a tank top. We drove in, I saw whole fields filled with naked people, families, children running around. I said, oh my God, Roberta, you mean I've got to get naked with a bunch of other naked people? I had never been right up against it. And once there, I thought, well, why not? And once asking her, where do I look? And can we go way, way, way from everybody? And I saw her hugging people, and I just got blissed out on the experience and forgot that I didn't have clothes on, and hot tub, booked a massage, laid in the sun, and by that evening realized I was stark naked with 50 other stark naked people and barbecuing and having the time of my life. And it was mostly the pleasuring. The experience was quite unlike anything I had enjoyed prior. It was like being in a dance, you know.
Was it transforming in a way?
Yes, to me it was. And it became like an addiction. I had to go there every week, and I told my husband and my kids I was gone for 24 hours, and I would just go up to Elysium and throw a sleeping bag in my car and put it down wherever I needed to sleep, and to wake up and be in the air and the water and the sun without clothes. I felt like, you know, how they put babies out in the sun, take the diapers off. I really felt that way.
Well, in our culture, we associate nudity and sex.
Yeah.
How is it that the nudist movement survives, given the way the culture perceives it?
Well, for instance, throughout nude recreation, most of us advocate, or we let people know before they come in to visit or join our associations, that we don't offer recreational sex. However, we don't have a ban against sexuality.
But what's the downside to that?
Well, the downside can be that just as Puritanism invades every aspect of our lives, it can permeate nude recreation as well. And there are factions within our resort, our gathering place, some who really want this to be an institute of, from a swing club to the Puritans, don't touch me, don't get near me. So again, we're dealing with the diversity, and we try to keep it as simple as we can, let people arbitrate and work it out for themselves. And simple as we can is we just ask that people refrain from sexual recreation while they're here on the grounds. If they choose to book a room and stay here and have their own private space, then whatever they choose to do is fine. We had a gal come in one day with her boyfriend on a leash, and she wanted to take the introductory tour and come in for the day. And I said, well, you're welcome to come in, but we don't allow doggies. So she unleashed her boyfriend, and he stood up, and they did the tour. And obviously she was going to make a statement, you know. So they checked in, and the members came up to the office and they said, Betty, there's this gal down there, and she's got her boyfriend on a leash. And I said, is he barking? Is he biting you? You know, it's like, oh, tut, tut, give me a break. So he's on a leash, you know, were they doing anything nasty? And their point, she unleashed him in quick order because it's no big splash to make, you know. I told her to check out Hollywood Boulevard for that kind of